So I know I've done this in the past, and it's easier than repeating the events 50 times, 50 different people. So I'll just uh, sacrifice what I look like um, and all that kind of stuff just to get the information out there one time. And if you have a question, ask it to me after I post this, or if you want to text, or if you want to call. Uh, that's fine. Um, so this past August, I was supposed to have a major surgery, and I shared videos from after that about how the surgery failed, and I was shocked, I was distraught, heartbroken. Anything close to that, similar to that, is what I was feeling. But that failed surgery also led to the surgeon from that surgery undoing a previous hiatal hernia repair that I had done. So he undid it, but wasn't able to put it back together. So symptoms started the same way that they did with other hiatal hernia surgeries that I've had. And we knew that, okay, I'm going to need to have that repaired. So I went to a recommended physician, surgeon, who specializes just in thoracic surgeries, and I like her a lot. Very thorough, which I like. She seems to listen, which is extremely important for me. I'm sorry if the camera seems like it's moving around. I'm on some potent medicine, and I'm also in a lot of pain. So we went ahead and scheduled this surgery, and it was supposed to be earlier in May, but I was trying to work it around Giovanni's baseball schedule for his senior year, and I didn't want to miss anything from that. So when their season ended, it was like, okay, and now we can focus on a specific date. So the surgery was scheduled for 2 days ago, Wednesday, May 28th. I was admitted into the hospital on Tuesday morning at 8 o'clock. Giovanni and I came here. Him and I stayed in Disney World on Monday night into Tuesday just to do something fun, kind of take our minds off of this stuff. And then we enjoyed ourselves, and then next morning we came here to the hospital. And it was, it was just a long day, and just thinking of like what tomorrow's gonna be like. And like I said, I've had hiatal hernia surgeries before, so I felt like I knew what to expect. There's scars from those previous surgeries that the surgeon and I discussed that she was going to use those areas to do this surgery too. So no big deal, no new markings on me, and just take the time to heal and recover. I was brought down early Wednesday morning. Both boys were here with me, and we've gone through this before with the same type of surgery, other surgeries, and we're always reminded of medical event from 10 years ago. So nothing with me is ever simple, clearly, and there's always that fear. I'd be lying if I said that I didn't have some sort of I wasn't afraid, but it was like, and I shared it with, with a couple of people. I was like, something just feels different about this. Like almost like an intuition type deal. But went in for surgery, kissed the boys, and went in, and I thought I knew what I was going to be waking up to. But as was the case last year, and finding out that they couldn't do the surgery in August, this was a little different. I was in surgery for about 5 hours, when the other hiatal hernia surgeries were about 90 minutes. But when you're put under like that, it doesn't matter to me if it's 90 minutes, 2 hours, 8 hours. I don't give a shit. So I woke up from the surgery in ICU, which is where I still am. I've said it before, I'm a high-risk patient due to the blood clotting stuff and having experienced cardiac arrest and being on life support. So, I woke up in ICU, and I still was like delirious, but I was, at that point I was comfortable, and I saw the clock said like 3:30, 3:15 range. I think I went back to sleep, and then it was around like 6-ish where there was like, okay, like, I'm awake now. Like, everybody fill me in. Fill me in as to what happened, and, how did everything go? I wasn't expecting any like breaking news to come across the screen or anything. But breaking news is what we got. It turned out to be much more complex than it was intended to be, but in a good way. So the plan was to go through those 3 incisions to do the hiatal hernia. When she got in there with like the first cut, she saw that there was so much scar tissue, so she couldn't continue the way that she was going to. Then going through the left side of like my abdomen, but like on like the side, like not like under my like not in the front on the left side, but like really like side. I'm sorry if I do that a few times. There's a lot of fluid in my lungs. So she was able to get in there. I guess fast forward a few hours, and she was able to complete the hernia surgery. And she was also able to successfully complete the surgery that was supposed to happen in August. It took me a little while to comprehend that. Like, I went in for one thing, and the thing that was supposed to happen in August didn't happen. But I woke up to finding out on Wednesday, like 2 days ago, that it happened. She was able to do it. So I went in for one, and I got 2. I guess time will tell, how well it works out, and pessimism, that's not the right word, because I don't feel that way, but I'm more of like, all right, well, I'll believe it when I see it type thing. But I was shocked in a good way. The next shock was hearing how it was all able to be done. And I didn't know it when I first opened my eyes at 3 something, and then opened them again and was a little bit more awake at 6 something. But at some point, I pulled down like I keep calling it a curtain. It's fucking these disgusting like robe things. And I pulled it down a little bit, and I saw like blue tape. Usually there's, like with the hiatal hernia thing, like they just patch it up with like glue. Some clear stuff that, of course, I always have to like pick at. And it's just part of my childish behavior, I guess. But there was none of that here. There saw this blue piece of tape. And it looked somewhat long, like from where I could see, because I'm even right now, I'm very limited with my movement. I can't turn my head because of all these wires and tubes. Really, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, there's 5 total drainage tubes that are connected. I think 2 of them are connected to my stomach. One is a catheter, and then there's just some other things that are, helping drain out fluid and blood. Obviously, like urine, like with the catheter. But I saw this tape, and I really couldn't lean forward to like look and see how far it went down, but I was following it like over the curtain gown thing, and it went all the way down to below my belly button. I was like, what is this? Like, I really, like, it didn't click with me at that point. Like, what is this? And, Rocco, I know he's 20. And, I get some shit from people that I really don't take their opinions too seriously anymore. But, I trust Rocco. And he's the person that I've chosen to, collect the information from the doctors and relay it back to me, like at a time like this. And he's also the person that I've chosen to make medical decisions if I'm not able to make them on my own. So when the surgeon came out of surgery and called Rocco and Giovanni into like a consulting room, Rocco called it. I'm not really sure what it looked like, but explained to them everything that happened. And Rocco told me that they had to make one enormous incision from here, like the top of my chest. This is where it starts. And it goes all the way down below my belly button. And they had to like fully open me as if like they were doing like an open heart surgery type deal. And there's 2 surgeons in there. There's multiple nurses. There was another PA something. But one person had one side of my rib cage. Another surgeon had the other side of my rib cage. And they had to lift it up, like lift each side up, while I was completely open and scrape away at the scar tissue. There's, sure, I'm a big dude, but it's like, how much is there? Like, especially if some was scraped out in August, and the surgeon, like, the female surgeon said to me, like, you've had so many gastrointestinal procedures. You've been opened up, even if it's just a small incisions, so many times. She's like, but I wasn't willing to give up. So that's what we had to do. So I clearly haven't seen the incision because there's tape over it and will be for quite some time. But on top of that, there's other areas that have like these massive staples. I've never seen staples in my body before. I've only seen like dissolvable stitches, or like the stitches that have like the glue over it that just go away on their own, like nothing has to be done. But like these massive staples like that, and then like the length of this opening, and then the visual of Rocco and the surgeon telling me like how they had to open me up and like not rip out, that's not the right word, like lift up, like one person on one side of my body, one person on the other, and lift up my rib cage to scrape away at scar tissue to get lower to see if they were able to complete what was supposed to be done in August, which wasn't discussed much with this. It was more of like, if I see an opportunity to do it, do you want me to do it? And my saying always is, if you knock me out, do whatever you want to me. Do your best not to kill me, but like, if you're confident and you think you can do something that's going to improve my quality of life, yeah, go ahead. But it still wasn't like at the forefront of my expectations. It was just give me some relief from this hiatal hernia surgery and move on. I've never, in all the surgeries I've ever had, I've always said like the most painful thing I've ever experienced in my life was kidney stones. Whatever happened on Wednesday, that takes the cake. I'm on so much medication right now for the pain, and that's fine. Like it's not like abusing it or they're giving me more than I need. No, like for what was done. Like they're telling me I'm doing a great job of healing and moving around and using these little plastic breathing machines. But there's still some of the like shock, like that. Repairing the hernia would have been good. Like that would have been good. Like we fix that, and I don't have to deal with that. But I'm shocked that what was attempted 9 months ago that couldn't be done, that I wake up to find out, oh yeah, we were able to do that too. And like I said, time will tell if there's really any type of difference on what it does for my quality of life. I can live with the scars. That doesn't bother me at all. It's shocking just because I wasn't expecting it, but and I think that I think I was put into the right hands at the right time, and maybe last August wasn't my time, like, to have it successfully done, and now it was. I don't know why. I'm a numbers guy. Although I write music, songs, lyrics, I don't do instruments, I don't sing, anything like that. I'm a numbers person. And I thought about a couple weeks into the surgery, like looking forward to the surgery. I was like, wow, it's on May 28th. And May 28th isn't anything significant in my life, or at least it wasn't. But I added up the numbers for May 28th. It was 5, 2, and 8. And that number 15 came up again. And I've shared how much he means to me. And while he may not have performed the surgery, I have a feeling of, he played a role in this. And Dad, Now's the time we're gonna do it. You got to see both your sons graduate. You got to see both your sons play high school baseball, finish high school baseball, see Giovanni sign letter of intent, commitment letter to play college baseball and receive a scholarship, not just for baseball, but academically. So it was like, it was like not somebody, we all know who. It was like, all right, Dad, you got to see all that. Now's the time we fix you. And we're going to fix you, and you're going to continue to watch your sons grow, and you're going to continue to watch Giovanni grow on a mound and grow as an adult. And it's a new opportunity for him. He's had some adversity in his high school career. He was given opportunities where sometimes he didn't come through and it was necessary, but he's being given another opportunity now. And as uncomfortable, pain-wise, that I'm in, to know, once all this is healed, what it's going to look like. The amount of time till it's okay, now we can see if did this work? All of that, which is me being or needing to be patient, which I'm not the best at. I have a feeling that this was all how it was supposed to happen to begin with. So, yeah, just to wrap it up, I'm not sure I'd say it's a success yet, but that's just me. You all can have your opinions, and that's fine. That's what's great about, me sharing these videos and my updates and how I see it from my perspective, and you can see it from your perspective, and we all respect each other's opinion with something like this. But I think overall, I'm happy. I'm happy with the timing of things, and I'm happy that at least the attempt is now made, and we can see if it works. And sure, anything with me and anything surgically with anybody is always a risk. I tend to be a little bit of a higher risk, but the surgeon knew that, and she knows my history, and she was willing to take that risk. She was that confident, and was successfully able to do it. And here I am, about 48 hours after I finally woke up, and now both of them got done. I can't tell you how many people reached out prior to it. During it, Rocco had my phone. He was texting some people, reached out through WhatsApp to some of our Disney cruise friends. And then since, people that have reached out asking how I'm doing and what they can do to help. And, there was a point in my life where I don't think I really felt like I deserved that sort of stuff. I'm nothing special. Just people deal with things way worse than I'm dealing with them. But I realize now that I do deserve it. And saying that or asking like how you can help. Like, I appreciate that now. And right this second, I don't think there's anything anybody can do to make things any better than they are. I think this is now a waiting game. It's not a game, but you know what I mean. It's like, now we wait. We wait to see how the recovery goes, and